Hi everyone, I am Sister Colton and I'll be the instructor for this semester for your Life Skills in English class. I wanted to make a quick video, even though I don't love videotaping myself. I try to send out a video each week and I really encourage you to watch these because I walk through some suggestions for that week's assignment that will prevent you from losing points by doing it wrong. So be sure to watch these videos, and I try to keep them short. This first one's going to be longer because I have a lot I want to show you, and hopefully this helps ease your stress that you might be feeling right now with a new platform, a new class. I'm going to show you a few things and add some reminders. So when you come in my screen, let me pull it up a little bit. When you come up here, you have a drop down to pick your classes. You may just have one. So right here I've got GS120L Winter 2017. And when you click there, it brings you to the announcements page. Now, the announcements page needs to be checked at least I would suggest each day. I usually try to only post like twice a week. I'll usually do a spiritual thought midweek, and by Monday morning I have a post. I try to do it Saturday night even before that upcoming week with my video and notes for that coming week. So here's my introduction to myself, and if you click here, there's a video that tells you a little more about me. So I won't take the time to go through that right now, but I want to show you some easy places to go. So if you see right here the content browser, this will show you what things are included in this course. So I would encourage this welcome tab, I would encourage you to go there and look through what is inside of that. Okay, it has the syllabus and read through all of that because it will talk you through what's expected of this course, what it covers, the topics, the objectives. So it's a lot, but I would strongly encourage that you read through that. I just come back to the Welcome tab to get back to the other things that are inside the Welcome folder. So you'll just see all of this. Need computer help? You just can click on the tutorial or the link that will answer the questions that you may have. The Speaking Partner Matching Tool will become useful. So that's the Welcome folder. So now those tabs that I had on my right side are now here on the left, and we're in Lesson 1. The Getting Started folder is another place I would encourage you to go to, and go to the Read Me First. It talks about the things that you need to be sure to do first. So if you click there, it's taking a little bit of time to load. It tells you what internet browser to use to make sure you have the best use of the program, the Speaking Partner program and what's expected there. So those are the things they want you to make sure you look at first before getting even further into the course. Now, every single lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up until the end, which is lesson 14, you have the same folders. You'll have a pre-gathering folder with the assignments that are due before your Thursday night gathering, a gathering folder, the things that will help you prepare for that Thursday night gathering, and then a post-gathering folder. Those are the things that are usually due Saturday at 11 o'clock at night, so p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So make sure you are aware it's not 11 o'clock your time, but 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. This lesson enhancement folder is not required. It's just there as extra materials, extra talks, quotes, if you're wanting more on that week's topic. So those are the folders and how they're organized. I would suggest that you do the Read Me First and also get familiar with the calendar. Let me show you the calendar. This little tab up at the top. I talked about it in my initial email. This will show you what's due and when. So it's very helpful. Right now it's on December, so I'm going to go forward. If I click this arrow, it should go to January 2017. There we go. It shows everything that's due Wednesday, January 4th. Okay, and I can even change it to be a list. So it shows me the things that are due, and on the right side it shows me when. So everything that's due Wednesday night at 11 o'clock is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. Introduce yourself in the discussion board. I'll go there in a minute. The topic introduction. So just click on each of these, registering your partner, and then when you click there, it takes you to the directions for that assignment. So it's the calendar is a helpful place to make sure that you don't miss out on assignments that are due. The first 3 weeks, here's the late policy. I am more flexible the first 3 weeks, all the Pathway courses are, with due dates, because we know some people are adding later, some people are having problems with their computers and trying to get used to the course. So the first 3 weeks there's some flexibility with due dates, but after that, and I'll send this out after the first 3 weeks of the class, you can submit things up to 2 weeks late. However, you will be deducted each day that it's late. So 5% off of your total score for the first day it's late, and then 10% off for each day after that. So if it's 3 days late, then you have the 5% and the 10 and more 10 more, so that'd be 25% off of your score. So beware of that. So if it was an assignment and you would have gotten 10 out of 10, but it was 3 days late, then you're going to get 7.5 points. So try, it really, at the beginning, if you get behind, it really gets hard to keep up. It's possible, and I want to work with you to have a successful semester, but it would be in your best interest to get things turned in on time. If you know that your Saturdays are busy, then try to get everything done before Saturday. If you have a job that you're at all day Saturday and you find that you're not having the time to get everything in by Saturday night, try to get everything done before Saturday. Start early in the week. If you're just going on Wednesdays and Saturdays, it's going to be hard to get it all in and have quality work done. So that is my tip. The last thing I want to show you is the discussion board, because this is a great place when you have questions. There's different spots on this discussion board. The questions and conversation section is where you'll go if you just have a question that you think maybe other people in our class could answer, or I check this board each day as well and I can answer. If you don't want to send me an email, or even if you just want to make a comment, I'm going to try to add more boards that are like good news board, where you can go and share good news so we can get to, sorry, I have updates that need to happen on my computer, so it keeps reminding me. Share good news that's happening so we can get to know one another in our class, because it is different. We're from all over the world, and we're not face-to-face, all of us. You might have some people from our course in your gathering, but not everyone in your gathering on Thursday nights is going to be in this class with us on the online portion. So here is, you'll go there, click on questions and conversations. It tells you what this board is for. It's to ask your classmates and instructor questions about and discuss your experience at your gathering. So you can ask questions about anything in the course, or after your gathering, come here and share a good experience you had at your gathering that night or that week. So you just click start a new thread and then enter the subject, like I had a great, if I can spell, gathering, and then you would just type what it is and then you would post it. Okay? And then other people can see that. So if I go back to the discussions list, since I didn't post it, it didn't show up. I would encourage you to do this as one of also the first things, is go to the introduce yourself. This is lesson 1 discussion board. You have a discussion board that you need to post on every Wednesday, by Wednesday night, your first post, and then you need to respond to 3 peers. So I would just start a new thread, and the discussion board instructions and directions explain what you need to put in your discussion post. So you would type it in here and then post it. Then you watch that board and respond to other people's introduction to themselves. So I'm going to show you, if I go back to content, you will come here, and in the pre-gathering folder, it shows you the directions for this assignment, marking the beginning, the getting started folder I told you about. Give some information. When we come to the question marks, these are the assignments that are due. These tabs are just information, and this one as well. Okay, so you have the assignment for vocabulary strategies, and then the introduce yourself, those little speech bubbles, that is anytime you have a discussion board that you need to do. But here is where the instructions are. So that globe, just so this is information for the assignment. This is where you actually click to type into the assignment. So in the directions it tells you, one of the hardest things is feeling like you're all alone in an online course. I did my master's. If you watch that little video about myself, I got my master's through an online program, so I understand. And I don't want you to feel that way. I want you to know that you have an instructor that is here for you. Even if I am thousands of miles away, with technology I can do a chat like this where we're face-to-face through my Adobe Connect room, or email, and I'm happy to help any way that I can. And you also have your Thursday night missionaries that are helpful as well, and the other students in your class. So it will tell you what to include in your first discussion board about yourself. I showed you how to click on Start a New Thread, and it says give your introduction and a title that has your name. So you would just type your name. I would put Sister Colton, and then in the big box I would explain where I'm from, who's in my family, if I'm married, if I have children, answer these questions. You also can post a picture. And that's one thing in your, like up here in my profile is where I have included my picture, and I would like all of you to, because it's helpful to see who it is we're talking to. So that's one of the things to do this week. Notifications is the last thing I'm going to show you. If you click on notifications, that's where you can set up your settings for how you would like to be notified and how often. And so yours is going to look a little different than mine, because mine is the instructor notifications, but you can click if you want to be notified every time someone responds to one of your discussion boards, or if you want to be notified every time you have an email or a new announcement. So be checking, like I said, at least each week when you first click on the course, the announcements that I post. Read through those and watch any videos that may be included. And then the content browser will take you to the folders that include those assignments. And don't forget the calendar. It's also a helpful way to organize what assignments are due. That was a lot of information, and I know it's a lot. Some of you, we're all coming from different places. Some may not have been done school in years. Some may have recently been in school, and this isn't too new for you to have an online platform. Some we have varying levels of comfort with technology, and so and you're all trying to acquire your language skills more, and so it's a lot of new learning, and I'm excited. It can be scary, but know that you have students in our class that are cheering you on, and I am as an instructor, and it's going to be great. And just take one day at a time. As we look at all the assignments that are due over the course, that's always overwhelming, but just think 1 week at a time. What do I have due this week? And focus on that, just 1 week at a time. And you'll find that before you know it, the semester's over and you've survived your first semester in the Pathway program. I'm excited to get to know you, and look forward to talking with you as the semester goes on. Once again, let me know as questions arise once you get into this course and see what things are due and what it includes. So have a great day, and we'll talk to you some more. Bye.